Hi everyone, we've just arrived at the Te Iringa Campsite on Clements Mill Road in Kaimanawa Forest Park. So we're ready for a 4-day adventure starting tomorrow. But we're going to camp here tonight, so we've just driven down. It's about 3:47 now. So from here I'm going to drive the car another 16 kilometres up the road, and then we've got a bike in the back of the car. I'm going to ride back to here, and then we'll stay here tonight and start our walk tomorrow. So our walk is going to be 4 days, so we're going to start from here, go into Oamaru Hut tomorrow, and from there we'll go to Cascade Hut and then out to Clements Roadend campsite where the car will be. So yeah, we'll start driving. So I've just made it to the end of Clements Mill Road, so we're parked here now at the start of the track to Cascade Hut, which is where we'll be coming out on Monday. So I've just got the bike out the car and assembled it, and I'm ready to ride back to camp. So it's taken me nearly half an hour to drive here, so might be a bit of a ride, and it's 4:20 now, so I better get moving soon. I've got a very small bike, one of my old ones, and this nice yellow helmet, which is one of our older ones as well, because we're going to have to leave it, all this gear, in the bushes while we do our walk, and then we'll pick it up on the way back. So yeah, we'll start riding and hopefully get back to camp before dark. I've been riding about 7 kilometres now back towards the camp, and I've just come across the Kaimanawa Wall on the side of the road. So this is an interesting structure. No one really knows why it's here or whether it's natural or man-made. So yeah, that's interesting. I'm in a bit of a rush to get back to camp before dark, but we'll stop and have a proper look at this on the way back. We're back at the Te Iringa Campsite now. So we've got the tent set up and we're just about to make dinner. So it's taken me about an hour to get back to here from the car, riding time. It's been about 12 k's and I climbed about 300 metres. So not an easy ride to get back to here. So this is where we're going to be starting our trek to Oamaru Hut tomorrow. It's probably about 6 o'clock now, so yeah, we'll get dinner ready. It's 7:30 now, so we've just finished dinner and cleaned it up. It started raining a little bit before, so we were hiding away in the tent, but it seems to have stopped now, so it looks like it might be getting a bit better. But it's just starting to get dark now, so we're getting all set up for the night. So we'll have an early night and get started early tomorrow morning. So we've just woken up. It's about 6:30 on Friday morning now. So it looks like the rain's stopped in the night. There's still a bit of water on the top of the tent, but it seems to have stopped. So yeah, we'll start getting packed up. It's just after 8 o'clock and we've just finished packing up at our campsite. So we're at the start of the Te Iringa track and we're going to head into Oamaru Hut tonight, which says it's going to be 6 to 8 hours and 19 kilometres. We've got a bit of a climb up front to the old Te Iringa Hut site, and then we'll drop down into the Kaipo Valley and follow that down to the hut. We've just made it up to the old Te Iringa Hut site. So the hut burnt down a few years ago and was never replaced, but this is where it was. So we've been walking about an hour now, and we've done about 4 kilometres and climbed 350 metres. So we're up on the ridge now, so we've got a few ups and downs while we go around the side of Te Iringa Peak, which is about 1250 metres high, and then we'll drop down into the Kaipo River. We've just made it down to the Kaipo River. So we've got the Kaipo swing bridge that we just crossed, and this is the junction between Oamaru Hut and Cascade Hut tracks. So it says there's going to be another 3 hours to Oamaru Hut from here, so it shouldn't be too bad. And we've walked 12 kilometres so far, and it should be about another 7 to go. And tomorrow we'll be coming back to this sign to head towards Cascade Hut, which we might take either 1 or 2 days to get to, depending on how we feel tomorrow. So yeah, we'll keep heading on towards Oamaru. So we've just arrived at the Oamaru Hut. So it's taken us 6 hours to get here from when we started that camp this morning, and it's been 19 kilometres and we climbed about 600 metres. So this is a cool hut. We've got 12 beds. There's been 3 fishermen in there that are going to be staying there tonight with us. So we've got plenty of room, and they've got the fire going, which is nice. So we've got an awesome view down to the Mohaka River that way. So yeah, it's going to be a nice night tonight. It's 10 to 8 on Saturday morning now. We're about to head off from Oamaru Hut, heading towards Cascade. So we're not sure whether we'll make it all the way to Cascade today. If not, we'll camp somewhere on the Kaipo River. It says it's going to be 8 to 10 hours all the way to the hut. So you'll see what happens later in the day. And then last night it was pretty cold. We've got a frost this morning, but it was nice and warm in the hut. We had some pack rafters arrive at about 7:30 last night. So a few of them camped and a few stayed in the hut. So it was a fairly full night in the hut. But yeah, we'll head off towards Cascade. We made it back to the swing bridge over the Kaipo River where we were yesterday for lunch. So it's taken us about 2 hours to get here from Oamaru Hut. Sign said 3, so that's good. We're moving a bit quicker. So it says there's 5 to 7 hours left to Cascade Hut from here, and we're going to be following the Upper Kaipo Valley route over the Kaipo Saddle and then down to Cascade. It looks like there's going to be a few river crossings of the Kaipo along this route. The first one looks like it's going to be about 400 metres from here, so we'll see what happens. It's just after 12 and we've stopped for lunch at this little spot on the Kaipo River. So we've been walking about 5 kilometres from the bridge and it's taken us just over 2 hours to get here, and we're about halfway up the river. So there's still quite a bit of walking up the river to do before we start crossing the saddle and heading down to the Te Iringa Valley. We're just above the Kaipo saddle now, so we made it up to our highest point of the day. It's taken 7 hours and 20 minutes to get here from Oamaru Hut this morning, and it's taken 5 hours and 15 minutes from the bridge. So we've walked a total of 18.2 kilometres so far and climbed 556 metres. From here we're just going to drop down the ridge into the Te Iringa Campsite Valley, and from there it should be about another kilometre down the track to Cascade Hut. It's about 4:45 now. We've just arrived at Cascade Hut. So it's been a pretty long day, 22 kilometres, about just under 9 hours, and we climbed about 650 metres. It was getting quite hard going through the top of the Kaipo River. When it narrowed out a little bit, kept getting steeper and steeper, and heaps of tree fall up there. So it's not a very easy track, but we got here. So there's 3 guys in here tonight that are hunting and clearing the traps up here. It's a little 6-bed hut. So we'll jump on the top bunk and we're going to stay 2 nights here. The guys in here have decided they're going to go out for a hunt now. So we've got the hut to ourselves for a few hours. So it's a nice little 6 bunker. We've got fire. Nice spot. We've got Cascade Stream not far down and the Te Iringa Campsite River a little bit further. It's just before 9 o'clock now. We're just about to head off to bed at Cascade Hut. We've had 3 more trampers come in at about 5:30 today. So they're set up camp outside. So there's only 5 of us in the hut, which is good. So yeah, thanks for watching the first video in this adventure. Make sure you subscribed so you don't miss part 2.